Mariposa Tarot here with Leo's mid-February love reading. That's for February 16th through the 28th. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, Leo. So if you would like to look at your other placements to get the full picture, by all means, check out those readings. I'll be using Oracle and Tarot just to kind of get an overall understanding of what's been going on in your connection and try to seek some clarity, guidance from Spirit to help you navigate this connection. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Don't try to make it fit. If it doesn't resonate, keep it moving, okay? But thank you for being here, and I hope this helps. All right, I am going to get started with the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit cards. I'm going to pull one card for you and one for your person, and just to kind of get an idea of the energies that you're bringing to this connection, okay? Spirit, can you show me a card for my Leo, please? Card for my Leo. Thanks. The Elk. That is Earth energy. Card for my Leo's person. That was easy. The Beaver, also Earth energy, or no, that is Earth. This is water. Yes. Okay. So we've got some water energy coming from sorry, cut that off. Water energy coming from your person with some earthy energy coming from you. So you might be dealing with a Cancer, Scorpio, or a Pisces. Doesn't have to be, but there's some emotional connection to this. It also has an earthy, watery energy with the Beaver. A Beaver functions in water and on earth, so it's got sort of like that combo. So it gives me an idea of what's going on. We're gonna dig into the characteristics of these cards, but now we're going to go and pull a hidden truth card and a divinely guided message of love card. Okay, let's get a hidden truth card to kind of figure out what's going on here. Spirit, can you show me a hidden truth card for my Leo, please? Thanks. I am not available. I am not available. Okay, and now we're going to do a divinely guided message of love card. Can you show me a card, Spirit, for my Leo? Space. I need time to think. Okay. So, looks like there is, it doesn't necessarily have to be a separation, but there is some wedge here between you and this person. So, we're trying to figure out what it is that is driving you guys apart. All right, both of you have a very strong foundation of ideals, morals, and values. You guys are able to live your lives. It's very important for the Elk person to live fully in their lives. In their life with values, and they're usually very dependable people, good partners, good parents, just really stable energy. There's also very masculine energy in this, so you might be a very action-oriented, logic-oriented person. You might have that, the yang energy, but not necessary. With the Beaver, this person lives by their values, but their number one value is family and that family unit. So there might be a situation here where somebody is just they're not available, not emotionally, but physically. They are just not able to give you all the attention you need because there's so many other obligations. And when they commit to something, they go all the way. And, you got that Leo energy, so you might need more attention and you're just not getting it. So it feels like you've been giving this person a lot of space to think and they're just getting distracted. So that's kind of frustrating for you. Let's look at tarot to get more answers. Okay, let's pull a card for you, them, and the relationship, and then get clarity with Spirit's guidance, and then any other clarification. Okay, Spirit, can you show me a card for my Leo? That was easy. The Six of Wands in reverse. Card for their person, this Leo's person. The Tower. Ooh. Card for the relationship. Oh, the Seven of Swords in reverse. To clarify these cards, we've got the King of Wands in reverse at the bottom of the deck, the King of Swords in the middle, and at the top, the Seven of Wands with Strength at the bottom. So Strength is Leo, and so is the King of Wands. So we're in this Leo energy. Okay, so there's definitely a there's some hurt here, some hurt feelings here, that has caused sort of like that defeatist mentality for you. Your feelings were hurt. There's a sense of rejection that's coming from you, and I think maybe this person prioritizes their family or other obligations, and it feels like they prioritize them sometimes over you. I don't know if that's projection or that's really the situation here. Admittedly, by your person, they're just not able to give their all. The thing is this person, man, they're stubborn. So some signs here also is, so other fire signs, so you've got Aries, and then you also have Scorpio and Aquarius. So there's that Scorpio energy. That combo is, if that's the case. But there's this resistance to like criticism or changing their life. Like they don't like change. They're very vocal about that. They are reticent when it comes to any disruption in their like goals. Like they are very like, they're very much they want to be in control. They know how to detach themselves emotionally from just all of this. But they're very pragmatic and very direct, very to the point. And it's very clear that this person does not like to change things up. They don't like to rock the boat. There is like, I thought I have a plan kind of idea. And when that plan gets foiled, they like literally lose their stuff. Like they just lose their minds. And that causing some imbalance because, there's a feeling of rejection here, coming from your person, is because they really don't know how to adapt very well to change and to, be more thoughtful about where they're putting their energy. But then they want to be in a relationship, so it's like really frustrating. So get these 2 sevens. When I see sevens, there's some fear here, there's some apprehension going on here, and I think there is definitely a defensiveness, and there's some information, that some secrets or some information that needs to be revealed about this connection. There's something that maybe your beaver is not telling you. So let me clarify here these placements and just try to get an idea of what is happening. 2 of Wands, 7 of Pentacles in reverse, and the Devil. The Devil. So you've got Capricornian energy here. There's that earthy energy. You might have that placement somewhere heavy, maybe like your Capricorn moon, which, that means you are very hardworking and you care about, your person, but or your people and the efforts you put into things. And so there is that part of you that's very understanding, but also it's like, I need to know whether you're with me or not. And I'm getting the sense that you are, there is sort of like a restriction here. Like sometimes when you see the Devil card, it's about like overindulgence of something, like some sinful things or obsessive things, some addiction, just like going above and beyond. But also there's restriction, and there's this idea that like you you pull yourself back from the things that you want out of fear of like doing too much, or you're afraid of what could happen, and so you restrain yourself from going after what it is that you want. And I feel like that's the idea that we're getting from the beaver, is that they hold on too tightly to whatever plans that they have, and there needs to be a commitment to changing that behavior and to growing beyond that. But it can't just be you that wants this. So you've been giving that person space to think, but that Two of Wands is like, okay, are we done yet? Because I'm sick of waiting. I wanted, if we're going to do this, we need to work on it, and we need to just like cut the chains that are holding us back here. This is out of control. There is a bit of ego that's driving this connection. Fear of disappointing others. It's very ego driven. There could be some unhealed childhood inner child wounds that are kind of driving this, having to people please. Your beaver might people please too much. Worries about what people think about them. I think judgment and fear of judgment and criticism is very much interfering with this connection. And this person needs to be straight up and honest about it. So let's look more into why your person is so rigid about all of this. Nine of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, the Ten of Swords. This is exactly it. They're afraid of getting hurt. So anything new, a new concept, being independent. If you're a very independent person, you have that independent streak, sometimes they find that to be too unpredictable, and it kind of freaks them out. And so they're also worried that this is going to be just very exhausting, trying to, I don't want to say that they're a control freak and it's something that's a little, toxic, but I think this person they definitely have very fixed energy, and I believe you're a cardinal sign, so you like that independent streak is definitely there, but this person is too like closed off to trying new things, having new ideas, having new paths. Like they want predictability, and you're maybe too unpredictable, and they don't like that. That makes them feel uneasy, and their fears of getting hurt. But there's definitely a secret or some information that is being hidden here. And it could be something to do with, having to defend what it is. Like, it could be the fear of judgment could be an issue. Yeah, but there's information that needs to be discovered here, because I feel like we're missing something. Page of Swords in reverse, Wheel of Fortune in reverse, and the Queen of Swords. So we have the counterpart to the King of Swords. All right, so you also got Sagittarius, and then this is Libra, Virgo energy. So there's more there. Okay. I think with the Page of Swords here also in reverse, it's even more obvious that a direct, open, serious, like put it out on the table conversation needs to be had here. It's enough with the defensiveness and trying to shy away from what it is. I feel like maybe your person may not be as stable as they have led on. There might be some urgency, whether there's like maybe they're normally with that beaver energy financially stable, and something is causing an issue there, because it just feels like the Wheel of Fortune here, there's some bad luck that's plaguing this, and I think it's been hidden from you, and there's a need for a real honest, like assertive conversation here. I think on your part, you need to confront what this is, and if this person is definitely, you know, keeping that insecurity away from you, well, that could be the reason why they are so freaking avoidant, and afraid of criticism, because they have maybe disappointed themselves, or maybe they lost their job, or there's just some financial strain, and that is kind of taking front and center and causing that disconnect from you. Anytime there is a disruption, like I said, in their plans or the financial future, they literally lose their mind. Like there's a poverty fear here that's really bad. So this person may have come from a, you know, low means as a child, really had to work really hard to, seeing their parents put food on the table, just grew up poor, and money might be like an obsession. That might be it. And so that is the thing that this person doesn't want you to know about. It's very possible, but there's some type of fear of loss, whether it's financial loss, or the stuff with their family is taking up a lot of time because there's a lot of expenses, and so being able to give you their attention is just time and space that is too expensive, if you will. But you got Sagittarius energy here with that Libra and Virgo, and the Queen of Swords is somebody who definitely isn't afraid to speak up and discuss the serious stuff, not sweeping things under the rug. And I think that is a conversation that needs to continue. There needs to be more clarity when it comes to that, Leo, because otherwise you're just going to be sitting here wondering what the hell's going on. So I think really bringing this up, like, what is going on? Like, your focus is somewhere else, and there seems to be a lot of fear that's driving their behavior, and so that needs to be addressed. If you want this connection to be repaired in some way, that whatever that person's hiding from you, they're afraid of you judging them, and it might have something to do with financial loss, whether they lost their job even. It's like they won the lottery but then they spent it all, kind of thing. They're scrambling. They might have overspending habits. They may have been gambling. So there's something going on there, and that type of deception or withholding information, like omitting information, can be very detrimental to this connection. And we need to put the defensive energy down. We need to get rid of that, to remove that barrier if we want this connection to succeed. Honesty has to happen here. Trust has to happen here. Communication is the remedy to this. So if you're looking for guidance from Spirit, it's you guys need to talk about what is being hidden, or what the fear is of loss or poverty or financial ruin. So that is driving this person's behavior, and all their attention is towards that. So if you'd like to dig more into this, Leo, you can book a personal reading with me. The link is in my profile, in the description of this video as well. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this helped you in some way, and I ask that Spirit washes love, warmth, peace, and happiness over you, and that you feel it every day. Many blessings to you. Take care of yourself, protect your heart, and always advocate for you, because you deserve to be happy. Bye.